put that record on and suddenly I'm on the stage. I wear my t-shirt like I'm Bella Grace, a glamour page. Don't take a lot to get me out my head when I feel great, when I've been feeling great. I don't care what they say, I'm gonna shine. What's speeding up, it's fine, I'm gonna slow down, slow down. I'm coming up, that's right, I'm gonna show out, show out. And even if I have to fake it, I know tonight I'm feeling famous, I'm feeling famous. I put my worries to the cloud, nothing can get me down. I'm in the mood, don't need a reason, yeah, I'm going out. Can't help if you don't wanna know what I've been on about. Better than staying down, down. I don't care what they say, I'm gonna shine. What's speeding up, it's fine, I'm gonna slow down, slow down. I'm coming up, that's right, I'm gonna show out, show out. And even if I have to fake it, I know tonight I'm feeling famous. It's a glass half full, fill it all the way. It's a perfect night, don't you wanna taste? They don't even know who we are anyway. Isn't it great? I don't care what they say, I'm gonna shine. I don't care what they say, I'm gonna shine. I'm speeding up, it's fine, I'm gonna slow down, slow down. I'm coming up, that's right, I'm gonna show out, show out. And even if I have to fake it, I know tonight I'm feeling famous. I'm speeding up, it's fine, I'm gonna slow down, slow down. I'm coming up, that's right, I'm gonna show out, show out. And even if I have to fake it, I know tonight I'm feeling famous.
Brendan, it's you.
I was not expecting that right away. I was like, I'll let you introduce the podcast. And the first thing you
Oh
say
yeah, hi guys. We're
is
back.
Maleficent. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna mute this for a sec. Perfect.
We got a thumbs up from the tech department.
Oh, we're getting a thumbs up. They can hear us. Okay. Oh, perfect. All right. Well,
We're here again. Another good. This is the third week in a row now.
have we
I've been
actually
here.
kept it to 3 weeks
We've
in a
kept
row,
it 3
or did we
weeks in-
skip 1 week?
Well, I ran away to Florida, and there was
Oh,
there was,
yes,
there
yes.
was all of that stuff.
We ran away to Florida. Me next.
Soon.
Oh my God, I really want to get to Florida so bad.
I just want to go anywhere.
But now there's so much to watch at Wonderland.
And it's gonna be happening pretty quick, isn't it?
It's going to be happening real quick. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, Time Warp and it getting bulldozed, maybe in the next couple of days.
Let's go.
On Patreon, you would have already seen the post, but yeah, it's exciting. There's a lot of people now, and this is what I hate about enthusiasts. Like, oh, Time Warp, it was such a good ride.
Mm-hmm.
Says who? Says who?
Do you remember, and it's so funny because the wheel is sitting right here. Do you remember when Skyrider, like they actually announced Skyrider, they did the last rider ceremony and everyone was like, oh, I'm going to miss this, the best ride in the park, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nobody's going to miss it. You're just saying that.
There's some people who think it was a better ride than Yukon Striker. Get over yourself.
That's a delusion.
That's dilemma.
That's delusional.
Delusional. So Saria, how was your week?
It was good. Nothing happened. Nothing
That
bad
is true.
happened.
We've been together almost every day.
Yeah.
We've started walking
At
like
Vaughan
old
Mills, yeah.
80-year-old men around Vaughan Mills in circles.
But because we look good though, right? Right?
Yeah,
we look
so
good for Alpenfury.
Alpenfury's got a really low, what do you call it, tolerance for plus-sized models.
plus size models. Plus size.
So we just gotta trim our figure a little bit in order to ensure we fit.
So Yeah, like the trains are going to be very similar to like Wavebreaker or any Skyrocket 2 trains minus the comfort collars, but it's going to be like a sardine can, especially for the, the more
Attractive
the more
folk.
couch athletic people.
The couch. Is that what we're calling me
The
now?
couch athletic people.
Oh man! So if I seem a little out of it today, I have cut all sugar out of my diet essentially, and I am
Yes,
super.
He's been very moody lately.
Yeah, like at around 3 p.m. I crash every day. But yeah. So your week's boring.
My week was pretty boring. No, it wasn't bad. I got new tires. That's
Finally.
exciting. Yeah, because one of my tires had a hole in it. And I was driving around with a donut for God knows how long, and I got new tires. So that was very exciting.
Period.
And that was what
I
else?
feel like we've done something. I got my passport today.
Yes. After you know what he said, he was going to get his passport quite a while ago, and then kind of forgot. And then we're like, no, look what's happening. Kings Island's opening up. Cedar Point's opening up. We're like Velocicoaster. We got to get this stuff on the ball.
Oh my goodness. So the funniest thing about me, the whole reason why I'm shocked I was able to pull off the Wonderland event is I am the most forgetful person in the world. I will say I'm going to do something and I will not do it. So the fact that the Wonderland event has made it from start to finish and it's contracts signed, everything good to go, everything planned, everyone's organized, things are being ordered that I'm going to pay tariffs on that I'm learning about now too. Those t-shirt prices being $25, you guys got a good steal. Because I'm paying tariffs.
The wristbands look really good though.
The wristbands are
wristbands look cool.
Also paying tariffs on those. Everything you order now. So I have two options. I can go with the Canadian company, and the shirts will cost me $35. And then I would have to charge you guys $35-$40. Or I can go with an American company, and I'm able to charge $25, and everyone wins. And there'll be like a $4 thing, so it costs me like $20-something to bring it in. So, unfortunately, I know we're supposed to be supporting Canadian companies, and I really wish I could, but I can't. You can't. It would be, the prices for the event would be higher. The prices for everything would be higher. It's unfortunate.
And things like the shirts, I just want to throw out there because, those things aren't like for profit. That's just strictly for you guys because it's cool, and they are cool shirts.
I'm excited. The amount of people who bought a shirt, I was not expecting, so I'm super excited. It's almost like a good 50% of you already who have bought t-shirts, and I'm getting messages that people are going to buy shirts later on. So that's exciting. I do have to close t-shirt sales Sunday night, unfortunately, because I have to get the order in. And that's why, unfortunately, how I'm doing the t-shirts is it's like a pre-sale, so I can bulk order them and get them sent to me. And it's going to take a long time to get that amount of shirts made. The bracelets are even like a 3-week process to get them over to me. So I was thinking about that. I'm like, how am I going to do the bracelets? Like, because I know some people, like how Ace Canada does it and other coaster groups do it. Like, they do registrations right up to the event.
Yep.
And I was like, with how I want to do things, I wanted to give people a cool memorabilia and have a bracelet. I'm like, oh my God, how do I do it? I guess I just have to order 250.
Yep.
So that's going to be a price too, but it's okay. The event's really worth it. There are 31. How many spots were just left? 31 or 34? 34 spots left for May 29th.
So what does that mean? That means 216 people so far have registered, which...
Sorry. May 29th, yeah.
That the May 29th is like the full day.
Yeah.
event.
May 29th is the full day event, and there's only 34 spots left, which is insane. So that one's going to completely sell out. So I do, like, if you want to get events tickets to that, go. I'm not even promoting that event anymore. Gone.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
May 28th right now is looking like okay, first of all, that's our last event to fill up right now. It's 18% sold out right now, so it's not selling out anytime soon. But from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Leviathan and Alpine Fury, exclusive ride time, $59.99. Just to make it clear, first of all, I learned something totally new about my audience, that my team and I, we were in Discord, especially JD and I, and we're sitting there, we're like, how many of my viewers do not own a season pass?
Yeah, that's shocking.
Like, it was message after message after message of people being like, do I require a ticket or a season pass to get in? Do I require? And I'm like, Yeah, you do. Like I just assumed everyone would have a season pass that watches my channel, but my channel definitely caters to a completely different audience that I keep forgetting about, more general public. So yes, you do require a day ticket or a season pass. Just so you know, there is any day ticket deal on the website, Canada's Wonderland's website. Go look it up. You get meals and your day ticket for it was like $60 or something like that. So that's a good deal.
I'm just gonna say though, like, and I understand, maybe for some people, especially if you're younger, like money, you want to pick and choose what you spend money on. But the gold pass, how much is the gold pass for Wonderland? It's like $129.
Yeah,
right?
it's so worth it.
And you don't even need to pay that up front. You can do a payment option, like a payment plan that breaks it down this late in the year, probably around like maybe $15-$16 a month. Guys, that's cheaper than a Netflix subscription. So
yeah, no, it's good.
If you break it down like that, like it only makes sense to buy a gold pass.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And I haven't made up my mind. There might be other stuff we offer along the way. But truly, if you are an enthusiast, I would say if you don't have a season pass or a day ticket, I wouldn't say May 28th is worth it for you.
No.
Why buy that unless you're going to go all day? But if you are an enthusiast, May 28th is looking to be like the best day ever. Like it's literally just going to be walk-ons. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for May 29th because it did so much better than we were expecting.
Well, what other event can you go as an enthusiast, especially, and get 3 hours of Alpenfury ERT and 2 hours of Leviathan ERT at night?
Yeah.
That Wonderland offers, or anyone offers, really.
Yeah.
I don't think there
and the logistics to get the amount of people who signed up through some of these things. So I do want to stress again, for anyone that's coming on May 29th, LRT is going to be a beaut. We did the math. You're going to get a lot of rides on any ride you want to get on in the LRT. ERT might be a little tight for Alpenfury, but other rides in the area are going to be open for the ERT event as well.
Yeah.
And I have seen a lot of families registering. So hopefully a lot of these people will take advantage of other things, but the tour is going to be really awesome. ERT on Alpenfury, if all 250 people are trying to ride Alpenfury, yeah, you're going to only get like 3 to 4 rides, right? Was the math? Yeah. 3 to 5? Yeah. 3 to 5 rides on Alpenfury.
But that's just if everyone rides Alpenfury. Like Vortex will be there as well, right?
Yeah, but that's for the hour.
That's also
LRT is way better. You like there's going to be no competition. There's going to be people at Leviathan. If like the people who are riding Leviathan aren't even going to have to get off the train. So yes, the activities have changed. So the park did update me. The Q&A will now be from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. where the park's answering questions about Alpenfury. Instead of 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I know I put that on the ticket. You're going to get a bracelet.
People are asking about the tour.
The tour, I know nothing about the tour. You are not going to get to go to the top of the mountain though, and that's not because the park has told me that. I'm using my understanding of how the park works in stating that because they have to be getting the ride ready for us to ride it, and we can't be in ride areas if the ride is running for us to go on it. So when you go on a Leviathan tour, you go to another event like Ace Canada, what you're doing is you're getting to see like the computer room for Alpenfury, a maintenance worker talking about how it works. You might get to look at the trains. You're going to get to see a lot of like what goes into it. Now, with how the ride works, we might get like, again, I don't know. The park has not, when you buy an event, they don't tell you anything, by the way. It's pretty complex to book an event at Canada's Wonderland, to be fully honest. I'm a lot less stress-free now that it's signed for and everything's done. But yeah, they don't tell you anything. So the tour is most likely going to be of like the launch room, the computer room, and all that. Again, 250 people. Logistically, it's very hard. We're going to have to do in groups of like 40 something like that, and do it very quickly. I refuse to let your ERT be eaten away by a tour. So yeah,
it will still be a really cool experience though that you wouldn't normally get to see.
Yeah, everyone's going to get to see the launch room, the computer launch room, and all that.
The PLCs and like the electrical stuff, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
So yeah, but that's on May 29th, and there's only 34 spots left. So
and then on May 29th as well, like Brendan was saying, there is 2 hours of Alpen and Leviathan, which I don't know, that right there alone sells it.
And I have Craiga, who will be videographing the event, and I also have a photographer that I'm bringing to photograph the event as well. So that's cool. I'm excited because it's like a first. Like I just have to,
You're gonna get lots of cool pictures on like Leviathan and Alpine Fury of everyone wearing the shirts.
Yeah. So, and if you want, like, what they're going to do is they're going to make them publicly available for you guys. So that's awesome.
So that means register.
Register, yes. May 28th, register. Again, if I know if you're holding off, I understand. I understand saving up, so I'm not going to rush you because that totally makes sense. I do have the option to turn on Klarna, by the way, which is a financing option for the ticket. I haven't turned it on. If you are waiting for something or the tickets or thing, message me on Instagram, and maybe I'll turn on Klarna. They do take a higher percentage of the ticket sale, and that's the only reason I haven't turned it on. But if there are a lot of people that need it, then message me on Instagram, and I'll turn it on if a lot of people do need to finance that.
The good thing, because somebody just said they're contemplating the 28th, the good thing about the 28th, guys, is you won't need to skip work, or most people probably won't need to take a day off work or school, right? Because it's starting at 7. So that when we say 7, that means like registration, like show up to the Alpine Fury area around 7, and then we'll get you registered. And then the ERT starts from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you won't need to like book any time off for that.
Exactly. I want to bring up something. I know, sorry guys, we're going to get into the good stuff in a second. I've gotten a couple messages from parents asking why I have a 0 refund policy. And I'm getting like some of them, I've gotten a little bit of attitude about it. And I like what you guys don't understand is I have to pay Wonderland. And I don't get my money back if it rains. So if I offer everyone a refund because it rains, then I'm out a lot of money. And yeah, so I can't offer a refund because of weather or something out of my circumstances. I have said there are 0 refunds. I know there's a lot of people, maybe even in this chat, that can vouch that I've been very generous with refunds. I've allowed a lot of people to switch from May 29th to May 28th that had already paid for May 29th, and given them a full 100% refund. So I am being fair. That is going to have to stop because I need my numbers to submit to the park. So yes, I've tried to be as fair as I possibly can because it is a complex event, and I did change the date. So I wanted that was out of sight. That was my control. So
They're wondering if the ride is going to be closed early.
yes. So I did get confirmation from the park literally 5 days ago because I asked the same question. That they will be closing Alpine Fury if need be because they are weekdays. An hour early, and to make sure that what we're paying for is available to us. Now, obviously, that might mean they did say it could be at 8:02 p.m. that we're getting access to the ride, and they're just stressing like, it could be 8:02, it could be 8:03, it could be 8:01, it could be 8. Like things, they need to get organized and all that. So yeah.
But that's still pretty generous because if they would give it to us, after 8, they'd have to cycle out the line and then we'd be there for like until 9, and there goes an hour of VRT. So this was very nice of them to do. Yeah,
and Leviathan's going to be easy to cycle out because it's not going to have a line.
The most popular attraction in the park right now. Who are you?
I'm her.
Oh, yes.
All right. The juicy stuff.
Ooh.
Time Warp.
Boo. Boo.
There's a wrecking ball heading towards the ride right now. So you want to hear my thoughts on this?
Let's hear it.
I find it even funnier. So take everything I say with the biggest grain of salt right now. It is not confirmed by the park. This is how the ride's going to get demolished. If I was to make an honest prediction based off of what my Patreons have seen and what I have seen, that the ride is probably getting to start to take down on Monday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
With Vertical on Monday?
Yeah, Vertical is going to start on Monday as well. What JD said something about me that like I get excited and I get ahead of myself.
Yeah. So when was Vertical supposed to start, Brenda? When was it?
Was I
supposed-
4? Was I 3 or 4 weeks behind?
No, you were
More?
saying all of Winterfest it was good. Vertical didn't start until the end of Winterfest.
That's not my fault.
When did Vertical start?
In the new year.
In the new year.
And I was predicting since
And every
October.
week of Winterfest. Oh, look, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it this time.
Well, they closed off the path. It started.
Well, they did close off the path.
They
Yeah,
did, remember? And then we heard like what? Yeah. Anyways. So, you're right because they didn't do any construction while the park was open.
Even for Winterfest, nothing.
Yeah, and now look where we are. Tracks arrived at Santa's Village.
Wow.
Okay, back to Time Warp. So, you saw the photos and videos
I
today.
did, yep.
Would you say it's about to start?
I could honestly see, yeah, maybe not on Monday, but I think by the end of next week, we're going to see the first pieces of track definitely coming out.
So do you think they're going to cut this thing and sell it to someone?
No,
or-
I think they're going to rip it down. Like, I mean, like, just go in there with, like, the big claws and the excavators and the bulldozers and just absolutely rip it down. Like, it's only 45 feet tall, you know? You could just take that down in a day.
Yeah, so based off of what I've seen, they're going to demolish this thing with the trains on the track. Like,
Well, okay.
they're like about to give this ride the biggest middle finger it can possibly
they
get.
don't care. Should make a celebration. But the thing is, right, with demolitions like this too, is they might want to go in and salvage stuff. Like first take out some electrical components from the station, the panels and stuff.
I think they've done that.
Oh, if
Because
they've
there were all the
done that already,
footprints in and around.
then, like disconnecting airlines and stuff like that. Like if they've done that already, then yeah, maybe Monday they will go in with the bulldozers. It's gonna be so.
I'm waiting for them to
satisfying.
clear out Kingswood. Because what I'm hoping this isn't for a water attraction. I don't see how they could really fit one in with the current infrastructure around that area. There's not much room. And from what I've been hearing about Kingswood is it's for a much greater project and
Purpose,
plan and
yeah.
purpose. So I don't know if Time Warp is actually related to some sort of future plan or if this is just one of the rides that Wonderland's kissing goodbye and it just so happens to be in our next area.
Well, I wonder too, like what you're saying, like kissing goodbye. I think obviously, like I'm sure they know what they're doing, right? Like there's a method,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, with Time Warp, like you know, maybe declining ridership and stuff, it's just not worth it. Essentially,
Have you seen that side of the park at any given day now?
I work at that side of the park.
It's insane how dead Flight Deck to Time Warp to Kingswood area
And
to
the carousel
Cyclone
area,
is.
it's a dead zone.
It's
There's
literally
nothing
a
there.
dead zone. So what I'm afraid of is the park preemptively made a mistake and they've purchased another ride for that area and they don't realize that area
Oh, no, what if
needs
it's a flat ride.
it won't be a flat ride. I think Wonderland's done with flat rides now. I actually think controversial topic that you and I have talked about.
Okay.
We're gonna sideline that conversation for a second. Ahem.
Oh God.
Do you think Canada's Wonderland? Okay, how do I introduce this topic without being? So it has come to our attention that perhaps the numbers on Canada's Wonderland's attendance could be accurate. That it had a pretty big decline. With that knowledge,
This is music to my ears.
with that knowledge and the current plans that they had in place and were following for Canada's Wonderland, would you argue that there's a reason they're scrapping all of the plans and starting fresh? If they are.
So, okay, I think I know what you're saying, and I'm gonna reword it a little bit. You know, especially with the additions of like rides like Snoopy's Racing Railway and stuff like that, right? They were trying to go more of a family route. Would you agree with that?
Oh.
Like, even just the theme, like
Yeah.
trying to upgrade the theming and stuff, like maybe focus more on the families. But as bad as this sounds, in my opinion, the family attractions do not sell the tickets, right? You need those more bigger, like expansions, like those more record-breaking attractions, like Alpen Fury, okay? It's taking an inversion record for launch roller coasters in North America. It's going to be Canada's tallest, fastest, longest launch roller coaster. So, and it's so funny. We've talked about this, right? Let's say I'm just making numbers up. We don't know anything, right? But it's like wishful thinking. Let's say in 2028, or whenever, 2027, 2028, 2029, they announced that they are going to do a 375-foot Stratocoaster model that's going to start at Time Warp and launch all the way into Kingswood.
Just start at Time Warp and launch all the way to Kingswood? That's not enough space.
Or so, yeah, well, I don't know, to the
They
end
would
of
need to remove
Kingswood.
Flight Deck, too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Remove Flight Deck and put something like, you know, like a smaller version of Top Thrill 2 in there.
Yes, I agree.
Smaller, but like
This-
bigger than Leviathan or something like that.
This is what angers me. Okay, this actually angers me, and he can vouch for this. If Wonderland built a tall launch coaster at the park, it would actually solidify them in the market in Canada. Like what's going
Probably
on
the
right now, in
world.
my opinion, is people are bored. They're genuinely bored. and the offerings that the park has had in the past, and I want to say that very lightly because the park is making changes. They're acknowledging feedback, so I don't like knocking on something that is actively trying to change for the better. But it's no shock to anyone that the average guest has been pretty disappointed in like food, ride operations, like, and not operations, I mean like ride choice. I think those
Like
surveys,
selection.
yeah. We have a lot of aging attractions at Canada's Wonderland. The lineup changes very slowly, and in the last 3 large-scale attractions, people are going to attack me for this, but B&M really just isn't it. It's just not. It's truthfully not. Like, it's the same feeling. Like, Behemoth and Leviathan, people are going to attack me for this too, but I don't care. Leviathan and Behemoth are no different. They feel the exact same, essentially. It's the same feeling and the same kind of experience. Yukon Striker's different, but it's a graceful different, and we didn't need a graceful different. We needed an out there attraction. And Alpen Fury, I don't care what anyone says about this too, Alpen Fury is that. It is that. Alpen Fury's a great roller coaster. 9 inversions at high speed. We keep hearing it's going to maintain its speed through the whole ride. Hopefully that's right. That's a step in the right direction, but we need that tall launch coaster. It would literally solidify the market, and it bothers me that that's being ignored. Like, I feel like that really should have been our next attraction.
I you know what, especially with the B&M thing, because I hate to say because I love B&M, but it is true. Like, especially Leviathan and Behemoth are very similar. I think I would, obviously I'd personally prefer Leviathan, but there's a lot of people who say Behemoth is better, but this and that. And then you ask them why, and this differences between why one may be better than the other are so subtle. It's not like, oh, because Behemoth goes upside down 10 times or Leviathan does this is no, it's the airtime on that. Well, Leviathan also has airtime. Well, I like the drop on Behemoth. Well, Leviathan has a great drop, and they feel the same. It's the same restraint. It's the same floater experience. I get it. Leviathan maybe has 1 or 2 elements that are different than Behemoth because there's only so many ways you can build an airtime hill. Whereas Alpen Fury's rapid fire. It's different. Mm-hmm. There's 3 one-of-a-kind inversions on Alpen Fury. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be in itself a unique experience. But then to go back to what you were saying about building like that really tall, strata style launch coaster, even like Red Force where you just launch really fast, you go up, you come down, and that's it. Even though that's still a nice airtime hill, that's still an incredible experience. I want to ask you this though. Do you really think that Wonderland would ever build taller than Leviathan?
I don't think that, how do I word? I don't want to sound rude. I don't think current management is looking at something like that, but I think they should be looking at something like that. We only have 1 or 2 more attractions that are allowed to be built over 300, right?
Yep. 1, I think. No,
5
2
in total, yeah. So Windseeker.
Oh, no, it's 4, isn't it?
It could be 4. So 2, yeah. Windseeker and Leviathan. Yeah. What?
No, it is 5. Yeah, it is 5 because Slingshot technically does go above
it counts,
300.
Yeah. I remember because so there's 3. We have 2 more.
Yeah.
That we need to. You always need to. You need to push the envelope, and unfortunately, I know people are gonna hate me for saying this. Leviathan really has lost its luster, or at least to me. Like when I go to the park, I know a lot of people have a love for that ride, and it makes sense, and it is the best ride at the park currently until Alpen Fury opens. But it's just not the same, and I think it's because Wonderland has developed too slowly, and I think that's the issue right there. But what's great is they're changing that, and they are, and I really suspect that we'll see another coaster in 2027 or 2028 at latest 2028.
Yeah, I agree. Also, what you said about Leviathan, all jokes aside, yes, I think Leviathan is the best ride of the park. I think a lot of people do because the line shows that, right? But like what Brendan was saying, when nothing else is being offered that stands out, that's extremely different. Yeah, everyone's going to gravitate towards Leviathan, right? And obviously it's gained that reputation, okay, tallest, fastest, whatever, roller coaster in Canada, blah, blah, blah. But it's because there's nothing else. So you put something else new there, and maybe people will gravitate towards that more. And that will show Wonderland, like, hey, you know what? People like that launch sensation. People like to go upside down like that. Maybe we should be looking at different types of attractions. And honestly, like a Top Thrill 2 style ride at Wonderland would just be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And if we got that, Wonderland would probably have a 5 million attendance here.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Wonderland has so much ability to achieve that. And I want to say something because I feel like it sounds like I'm knocking on the current management at Canada's Wonderland. But again, I want to stress that it's possibly the best upper management that a park could have. The safety at Canada's Wonderland is among the best in the industry. And secondly, the nod to history that our park is getting now is I'm in love with it. So it's a double-edged sword. Yes, we are currently missing out on like spectacular attractions, and that could be a Six Flags Cedar Fair thing because again, it does ultimately come down to their say. So who's to say that the park hasn't requested some sort of massive thing, and the park's like, oh no, we want you to be the chain's like, we want you to be our family chain.
But you know what? I wanna kind of go against something you just said. We're missing out on spectacular attractions. In my opinion, all jokes aside, other than Siren's Curse, because I don't count Top Thrill 2, right? That was last year, and that was already before.
Yeah.
Like, I think Alpine Fury is probably the best attraction in the chain for 2025.
Yeah, and I mean, the park did say that they had multiple draw-ups of attractions, and when they saw this one by Premier, they were like,
Yeah.
how do you say no to that? And it shows. Like, Alpine Fury, and you know what I like is when you look at a Premier coaster, especially one at Six Flags parks and all that, the support structure is a mess. Like a mess.
Like spaghetti.
But our support structure on Alpine Fury is very B&M inspired, if not better. It almost looks like they've designed some of the supports on Alpine Fury to purposely look good.
Well, look at our layout too, though. It's not like a twist or a spaghetti bowl, right?
Yeah.
Like it's almost more like an out and back. Not
That's
saying
true,
that's
that's
basic.
true.
It's not basic though. Like it does a lot going out and back, but the way they designed it is more like a straight line. Like it makes sense. Like the path it takes, it just doesn't go,
Yeah.
flying around in a circle that makes no sense.
No, it makes sense. You're talking about out and back versus spaghetti bowl.
Yeah.
But it's just like I'm impressed. I think that this is Premier's star attraction now. And I truthfully do think Six Flags is going to buy more of them because it's cheap. It's manufactured right here. I could only imagine the tariffs that Wonderland just had to pay on that one truckload.
It's cheap for parks in the U.S.
Yes. And before Premier was kind of like, oh, okay, like they can thing, but that's maybe no one's given Premier
The chance.
that chance. And Wonderland was like, can you do this? And like from what we know, Premier was like, yeah, we can do that, and they did it. Like, and yes, will the shin guards suck? Yeah, but I'm sorry, so do RMC restraints. They suck too. So I can forgive a really crappy shin guard on Alpine Fury because in exchange, no seatbelts, no over-the-shoulder restraints. This is going to be great. Am I getting flamed yet? But no, it's like, to be honest, it's fair because a lot of people liked Sky Rush. I hated Sky Rush because of its restraint, but people still liked Sky Rush
Great layout.
despite its really bad restraint. So I think that a lot of people are using the restraints as a way to hate on Alpine Fury when there's really like just chill.
Just ride the ride, right?
Ride
And
the
I'm
ride. It's gonna
convinced
be
you
good.
did.
Honestly, it's gonna be great.
What's it called? The Extreme Skyflyer loop. That's gonna be like.
Someone pointed out it's got a little bump too before it inverts. It's
Airtime.
yeah.
That's kind of what Wonderland said when they released those things like this morning.
Yeah.
If you look at it, right, like you go into it and then you do like the 0G roll and then you do like a dive coming out. Well, yeah, that you're gonna get upside down airtime on that. Like physics, right? Physics states that when you're going upside down and then you dive out upside down, yeah, you're gonna get pushed downwards.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That's really cool. That's rare on a ride.
And today that ninth inversion, like it's sharp.
It's
sharp.
and then that little like even the bunny hop going into the brake run, like, okay, again, not knocking B&M, but Leviathan, you come into the brakes and you just kind of coast for 500 feet. But even Premier, they did a little bunny hop going into the brakes.
I'm excited. And I know that the Americans like to come in my YouTube channel and they like to comment like things from the past. And they're like, oh, you said back in like, when was it? That I was not excited if it was going to be Premiere. That's because I didn't know what Premiere could do. Like, I'm assuming do you remember how scared I was? Because when they said Premiere, I thought it was going to be a family launch coaster.
Yeah.
Like that. I consider this a family launch. The one at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
West Coast
Racers. When I found out, truthfully, I'm going to be a little honest here. When I found out it was going to be Premiere and we started to clue in that it was going to be Premiere, I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. I thought, oh my God, here we go, another family coaster, and then we're going to get the family GCI. After that, this is terrible. This is terrible. We should have got a wing.
Launch wing coaster.
And then they announced Alpenfury, and I've been in love with it ever since. So that if anyone's like, well, you said you didn't like Premiere, that was before I knew what Premiere could do.
Because prior to this, what was Premiere's biggest ride? Was it Full Throttle or Mr. Freeze?
Full Throttle's good. It's just too short. Although this is apparently going to be really short. Okay, so is it just me? Comment in the comments section too what you think about this. Alpenfury looks really long on paper or on a map, right? But apparently the ride cycle's 47 seconds.
Leviathan is 52.
Okay, but
Leviathan feels short too, though.
No, but Leviathan, you're going faster.
Yeah.
On the course, right? I mean, track wise, yeah, it's short, and I personally, if I could, have one critique of it, I wish it was a little bit longer. But again, when you're doing 9 inversions back to back to back, I don't think you're going to be worried about like, oh, the ride's only 3,200 feet long. No, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm holding on because I'm getting ejected out.
Yeah. And William just commented something I want to touch on too, because I am going to fangirl, and you guys can hate me all you want, but you're watching. The amount of low-to-the-ground elements that this coaster has and how it just intertwines with itself like it's like a contemporary dance masterpiece, like a ballet. Like, it's beautiful. What about my hair?
Head chopper.
Head choppers. I thought you were trying to tell me my hair was messed up.
The amount of head choppers.
Jake's saying the amount of head choppers. It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Guys, look at my previous videos or my construction update that's going to go up tonight or tomorrow morning. Depends on how much editing time I get. When you see it, and just look at previous ones, because I actually don't know if I filmed this area today because we've seen it so many times over. When the ride is coming out of the double inverting top hat, and it comes down, and then the ride's heading back over it to the 9th inversion,
It goes
It-
under Guardian and then through it twice.
it literally, like, it doesn't look like there's enough space. And again, when you're watching drone footage, you have to realize it's from really far away. So there is some, like, perception issues. So yeah, but it just looks insane. I'm going to be that person that, like, absolutely not.
Chicken arms.
Let's talk about this. And as I say that, it is slipping out of my mind. I just had it. It was such a good topic. It was something we talked about today. Alpenfury. What about Alpenfury? The tunnel's being built. No. Columns. No. Forms in the mountain. That could be it.
Station maybe?
Launch.
Okay, let's go with forms. Oh, that sucks. It was really good. This might
We'll
be
come
it.
back to it.
Okay, so you saw flying today, because Siri comes to me every day now. He keeps me
do.
company.
There's the height of the Skyflyer loop.
Oh, thank you!
Yes.
Thank you!
I think posted by he commented it.
So my new drone, this beautiful lady right here, if you look, she was really expensive because she comes with RNF, I think RNG, laser technology. And she's meant for construction. I'm just going to put that there for now. Construction, mapping, and all that. And I haven't been able to show you guys that. I did record today on the screen of my controller, this massive thing. It has screen recording. I measured an approximate distance or height of Alpenfury's Skyflyer loop, and then I tested it on flight deck to see if it's accurate because we're far away, and it got to like a 0.01 degree air on flight deck, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that it's pretty accurate, but I am going down to dirt, nothing. So it's a little,
It's like I'd say like plus or minus 2-3 feet.
Yeah. So according to my drone, the Skyflyer loop is 97 feet tall. So
without the track installed.
Without the track installed. Oh, is it below? Oh, okay, so. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah. And I did try to measure from like the slightly, but I get what you mean. Yeah. So yeah, it's about 97 feet tall. Thought that was exciting. I know some people were saying, is it taller than flight deck? I don't think so. Again, perception is a little.
So yeah, because there's actually no information on how tall any of Alpenfury's elements are yet.
No.
So
If I message the park, maybe I'll message the park. That's
To
how I
get,
got
like-
Yukons. Yeah.
that would actually be cool to post that. When we looked it up, flight deck is 33.31 meters, which is just over 109 feet. So you know what? Like, okay, yeah, technically flight deck is taller, but it's pretty much the same. Like, you're not going to notice the 10-foot difference, especially when you're riding. And the cool thing is about the Extreme Skyflyer loop is you're going to be going into that at speed, right? So it's not going to be like a B&M where you really slow down and almost feel like you're going to roll backwards. So you're going to be going into that at speed. So you're going to have that additional momentum, and you're going to come out of that from almost 100-foot drop at speed, which is going to be really cool.
Height restrictions. So just to clarify with everyone, because it is a popular question, Wonderland will not have information on height restrictions until a clearance envelope is done, until TSSA has been there to determine height restrictions or height requirements. There might be a rough estimate from the manufacturer based off of known clearance right now, but to get the final clearance number, they have to run a bunch of things on Alpenfury. Testing, yeah. Notice how the height requirement for Raptera came out after testing.
Of
So
48 inches.
yeah. So unfortunately, yes. Trust me, I'm a little scared too as a 6'3" person. Is it?
No, it's not. 6'5". 6'5". Pantheon 6'5". Pantheon 6'5".
Okay. That's what we're honestly
6'5",
predicting,
yeah.
right? Like about 6'5" for Alpenfury is what we're kind of predicting.
What's Wavebreaker? Icebreaker. Oh.
Icebreaker is like,
Icebreaker.
yeah,
70 something.
78, so 6, 8.
but that doesn't come close to itself.
That's true. I guess that there's like, because then there's like what the manufacturer also says, like what the manufacturer height is for like the ride vehicle and the restraint itself.
Yeah, I love everyone asking about the third train because Jake has to read all the comments.
Stick a box in there.
So theming in the area, what do you think they're gonna do? We saw a bunch of wood arriving today.
I don't think you're gonna like what I'm gonna have to say.
Oh no!
I honestly don't think they're gonna do much. I think they have to, touch up some of the buildings, obviously, to make them look newer and to make it like make sense. Like maybe do some repaints and stuff, which I guess that's theming. They're definitely gonna have to do the interlock, but I don't think we're gonna see like what's done at Raptera. I really don't. Or if we do, it's gonna because they won't have time.
We are running out of time.
Yeah,
it is scary.
yeah.
Like,
They're not going to leave it a mess, like Wonderland's always been very cleanly that way. Like they've always, cleaned everything up. They've always put fresh coats of paints on the buildings and stuff and redone roofs and
Yeah.
exteriors. But
they are moving fast though. There were a lot of construction workers today.
and
in
the-
the station area working on all that. They're
all
almost
the-
done the trench, guys.
and the floor slabs for the
And this
stations
is
were ready.
Yes,
to
the
go.
floor slabs are about to be poured for the station. What's even crazier is the amount that station mass.
It's huge,
Huge. The biggest station in the park.
So I think it's going to be a mostly indoor queue.
Yeah, it looks like it
Like,
could house that.
Yeah.
And then there's some weird like spray paint heading towards the fly from
Yeah.
Alpenfury, which we're trying to figure out what that is. There's lines, orange spray paint heading towards the fly's entrance, which is crazy, but know nothing about that yet.
I actually had a question. Because when they started doing Alpenfury, they had to get rid of a portion of Shockwave's queue. Do you think they will bring that back, or they'll just keep it reduced?
Oh, they're gonna keep it reduced.
Reduced.
That's because the merch shop where it's supposed to go is
Is
like
right
right there.
there.
Yeah. No one rides Shockwave. No, the flat rides really are a dying breed at
yeah.
Wonderland. Like, Shockwave's got a low queue. Drop Tower's even got a low queue.
Well, there's only so many times you can go upside,
Yeah.
go upside down or do the same thing, right? Like a spin, yeah.
So the walls. So we saw, and Patreons have seen already. You guys will see tonight or tomorrow. The wall forms are going up inside the mountain for the tunnel. Like, and we're talking
Like the
the
full
wall,
like,
the full wall.
yeah.
It's like the maintenance area.
No, it's on both ends. Yeah.
Which is interesting because they haven't installed the track yet, right?
Yeah,
So
but I
it's
mean,
gonna
if they're
be
not going to put a roof on it, I guess they could just like
lower
raise it and then lower it in with those but that's
That's
brave.
a lot.
So that was really interesting because they're building the walls before the track's in, which is really confusing. But they've made a lot of progress in the last week.
Yeah, because they well, I guess they, a couple of weeks ago they kind of like stopped work, right? But that was probably due to weather. Because this is the first like full week of nice weather we've had, so that would definitely explain that. Yeah, no snowstorms or anything. No like 10 feet of snow
Yeah,
ruining everything.
I hate snow. I've made a commitment to myself. All last season I hung out in the Prestige Lounge. I am going to be out in the park.
Y'all record this
every
right now,
day.
and if
Every
you
day.
see him, if it becomes July and he's in the Prestige Lounge, I want you to go in there and be like, "What is going on?"
Ask him to ride up.
Yeah, ask him to ride Alpenfury. If you see Brendan, ask him to ride Alpenfury.
Oh man, I mean when it's like 30 degrees plus, you know how much I hate that too. Yeah, I think we've covered everything in terms of Alpenfury.
We're gonna put something on pause, like 30
Time warp. We put time warp on pause. How they're gonna bulldoze.
Oh, that's gonna be, guys. That's gonna be a party day. Like
So
everyone's wanted this.
to be transparent with you, the park has very specifically asked that the demolition of this ride does not get filmed. So unfortunately, you will not see any YouTube video about Time Warp's removal, like being demolished. In exchange, I can now film and upload for you guys twice a week. So that's why you're going to get 2 construction updates a week. So
That's
yeah,
good. That works out. That works out.
I don't know. I get why, but I also don't get why. Like,
Yeah, everyone.
what?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's true.
King Dakar
Everyone
is
filmed
back
King
to-
Dakar though.
Well,
like,
that's
there's
King
people on the
Dakar.
media list at for Six Flags, like pretty high up on the media list that filmed King Dakar coming down.
Well, that was just iconic. That still broke my heart. That was terrible.
I loved every minute.
No,
of it.
what do you mean?
The
love
way
every
she
minute of it?
fell. The way she fell.
The king of coasters.
Um,
There's something else I wanted to bring up, which is kind of backtracking a little bit, and it was about like Wonderland getting the B&Ms and stuff. I think Wonderland was put at a little bit of a disadvantage, and it's no one's fault from back in the 90s when Paramount owned the park, because they were putting a lot of attractions in, like, Flight Deck, Time Warp, some of the, more... Backlot was one of the good ones that they put in. Backlot was the last ride they put in.
the last good ride they put. Are you talking about Paramount? Oh,
Paramount,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I zoned out there when I was reading comments.
No, I think it was. But I think Paramount, and again, it's not Wonderland's fault. There's nothing they could do, but I think they kind of put a handicap on Wonderland in a sense compared to other parks like, Cedar Point, even Kings Island and stuff. So I think Wonderland is still kind of playing, catch up on modernizing a lot of things.
Oh God,
So,
yeah. Like the amount of catch up that they have to do is insane. Like that park went unloved for how long did Paramount own them?
Too long.
Like it's insane the amount of the rides, like, and you see it. Like Wonderland now is like with Spinnovator. Did I reveal that information before?
No, I don't know. Something about it. Yeah, they're doing
Oh.
something to Spinnovator.
Okay.
With the rage. With the rage.
With the rage, they really gutter down and they enhance her back up, and you're gonna see other rides in the park get that same treatment. And knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it. Hopefully, one of the two big rides, Leviathan or Behemoth, gets a paint job this off season.
I don't think those rides are ever going to see.
They're gonna get a paint job. Take it with a grain of salt, though. But one of them is gonna get a paint job.
Behemoth is themed already to rust.
If they let Leviathan's lift hill literally look
No!
like that,
Yeah, that's
like that,
bad.
it needs a paint job, and it's facing the public. Like it's
Everyone who gets off the bus, ew!
I'm still here, Behemoth. Yeah, Luca's getting upset.
We know Behemoth is still here. That's why it needs
And he's
paint.
gonna come to the Luca. Surya's gonna be at the event, so you can give him a piece of your mind.
Oh.
I like Behemoth's faded mango paint job. You know what's funny though? Behemoth does technically
Here we
suit
go.
it.
No, it does not. I knew that it does
I
not
don't
suit
like
it.
the bright orange anymore. That was so like
It was beautiful.
old Cedar Fair.
The bright orange.
It was.
It's yellow now. It went from orange to yellow, and then 3 years from now, it's gonna be.
I like how the new Six Flags Cedar Fair is going with neutral colors, like sky or earthy colors. I like that.
Cheapest color.
Well, hey, does Yukon need a paint job?
Oh no, Yukon
Does it even show signs of needing a paint job?
Yukon is doing pretty
Well,
good.
these earthy colors seem to be doing it, not these oranges and reds and yellows.
What about Vortex? Vortex
It'll need a paint job in 2 years. That ride gets a paint. That ride literally like
the paint budget
it's
goes
the
to Vortex.
spoiled child. It goes up to. It got a bridge. What you guys don't even know about is Vortex gets so much money in the park. They built a bridge for that ride for some reason. I'm not gonna show where or thing, but like there's a whole bridge just to maintain it now. That ride gets whatever it wants.
Minebuster
I'm excited for
is
Mind
well on its way. Yeah, those airtime hills look
That
good.
last one is so. Ugh.
Good on opening day.
It'll be. What?
Before Alpine opens.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully they open Minebuster so we have something to ride before Elpin Fury opens.
What do you mean have something? You have Leviathan. What else is there? What
Sorry,
else?
what?
What else do you need?
Leviathan?
Leviathan.
I hope they don't bring its statue back out.
Painted purple.
I'll go and take it.
Oh.
I'll take it home.
I could totally see you.
yeah,
breaking
I would.
that
I would.
one.
Yeah, I would like. Give me
Tying
that.
it up on your car. like-
A little Jetta going down the highway. Officer, what's the problem?
Oh man.
A Leviathan. Don't worry, guys. We'll have
Unfortunately,
Leviathan.
Vortex is better than Yukon. That I could understand a little bit. I can understand that opinion. Okay, I feel like there's something in the industry that we've completely met. Okay, so Track has shown up for Yeti Trek.
Oh yes, it's Santa's Village.
I'm excited about that.
It's a new generation Vekoma, and it's just another part. It's another roller coaster in Ontario.
Another roller coaster and a park that has an expansion plan as well.
So I maybe they might not be able to fully compete with Alpine Fury, but in a few years, it's a good sign.
Yeah. I feel like there's more. What are we missing? Did another ride get bulldozed? Oh, they're taking photos back there.
Kings Island is tearing down their Extreme Skyflyer.
Period.
That left.
Remove them all.
Fury's open right now.
Tariffs. Have we talked about tariffs on this podcast, or have we been too scared?
No, we haven't talked about. People are riding Fury right now.
They are riding Fury, but they could be riding something better like Alpine Fury. Shh. Okay. So, if these tariffs stay in place over the next 2 years,
Intamin.
it knocks out a lot of manufacturers.
It does, yeah.
Let's label them.
B&M,
RMC, B&M,
Premier,
Premier,
SNS,
SNS, the one that build Top Thrill 2.
Zampro. No, do they?
Oh boy.
I think Top Thrill 2 knocks them out from any other rides.
So
Even like Gravity Group and stuff, because all the lumber.
Flat rides like Mondi.
I don't think the U.S. Yeah, I don't think that's.
I don't know if we're gonna like. Truthfully, if you guys want my honest opinion, I'll be shocked if Wonderland builds another flat ride.
The only flat ride I would want would be a.
Yes, and
new
is there
generation of
signs?
tower.
Didn't a park just their
Carowinds got rid of their.
what did you say again? Replace Drop Tower? Yeah.
Carowinds got rid of theirs.
Yeah.
Can't just say yes.
I'm being lectured by Jake, everyone. He's manipulating me from
Oh!
behind the camera.
Word of the day.
Swear to every
Raptera has been testing. Some
No
people-
one cares.
King's Dominion has a better coaster lineup than we do.
I hope they sell half that park. Sell half of it.
Just don't sell I-305 and
The
we're good.
minute they close that park, which eventually they will.
Nope.
They will. Eventually. They won't. But I will literally be there live streaming it.
I'll genuinely have a meltdown. I'll have a mental breakdown, like worse than when I went to Florida.
He took me to that park, and it was my worst experience at a park ever.
Well, I-305 wasn't open. If I-305 is open, it would be the best park
Do you know
ever.
the only redeeming part of that park was Dominator?
It's a good ride. It's better than Behemoth.
No, I hated Twisted Timbers.
It's a great ride.
It was so painful.
That's the best
I am big, so that's my fault, but
Flight
and
of Fear.
we were literally hopping between like 3 rides.
Well, because I-305 wasn't open. If it was open, we'd
I
we'd
think I
just
was
be at one
including that.
ride. We'd be at one ride.
You overrate I-305.
No, because I'm about to call him out. I do not agree with serious decisions to travel to these parks that are hours away to ride one ride. He does that.
All
he
the
goes to
time.
Carowinds.
What's wrong with
Drives
that?
12 hours to go to Carowinds to ride Fury, and that's all he does.
It's the best. It's the
The
best.
park is literally a square box.
And it's better than anything
No, it's
at
not.
Wonderland.
You could order fries from an actual Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 fry stand at Carowinds.
Yes, you can. And,
And
the,
11.
guys, picture this. The fry stand from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, he's not lying, is next to Fury. The washrooms are next to Fury. The drink stand is next to Fury. You have Fury there. There's no line, so you can stay on Fury. Why would you want to go anywhere else? Other than Islands of Adventure.
Oh, I hated my trip to Carowinds, and I think it was because we went to Dollywood and then to Carowinds, right? That's how we did it?
Yeah.
And then...
Why go to Carowinds when Busch Gardens Williamsburg's right?
Does
Period!
Busch Gardens Williamsburg have Fury?
It has
Does it have
Pantheon.
Yeah, but that's not Fury.
And it has a Skyrocket, too. It has Alpengeist.
Alpengeist is really good.
Oh, Alpengeist is one of my
really
favorite
good. Yeah,
rides.
Alpengeist is really good. And I love Fury. I'll go to bat for that thing.
There's no news on MarineLand, guys.
What's that?
And that's the...
What's that?
Oh, mock, like Voltron.
Oh.
I'm gonna say it. Okay.
So Jake just said a mock Voltron model.
Mock looks boring.
What?
Stardust
Okay, Stardust Racers looks boring. I think
That
that's
thing
so
vallied.
right.
It vallied.
On purpose!
I think they did that on purpose in its defense.
Evac situation.
Well, they didn't valley Fury on purpose because that thing wouldn't valley.
I want a mock Extreme Spinner, of course I do,
Time travel.
or Voltron. No, that's what MarineLand was gonna build next. A Zero family coaster.
That's like big or not Big Bad. What's the one? Yeah, what's the one at Busch Gardens Williamsburg?
For
Verbolten,
Bolton.
yeah. It's better than Backlot.
Verbolten is way overhyped too. Do you remember how excited I was to ride Verbolten, and then I got off and I was like, "That's it."
For what?
It's so boring. It is literally so
No,
boring.
The Bastille. Yeah.
Can we go to Williamsburg? Why do you have to work?
I
I want to go to Williamsburg.
I want to go to Carowinds now.
Hop in your car and go, sweetie. There's a small chance he might after this podcast.
I can't. Not this. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. Not this weekend. I'll save it for another weekend.
I heard Jake in the background saying, "What?"
All I need to say is Fury is Cedar Fair's best thing ever.
Steel Vengeance.
Maverick.
Fury.
Top
Yeah, it's okay. Top Thrill 2. Top Thrill 2. Velocicoaster. Yeah,
That's not Six
that's not
Flags.
Six Flags.
It's okay. It's better than anything Six Flags ever do.
It's probably true.
Is there going to be a viewing area under the Skyflyer loop? I assume that they're going to do some sort of thing, but you also can't with objects. But I suspect we're either going to have a ton of nets over a lot of parts of the park or a very strict loose article policy that you guys won't like at first. Us enthusiasts and ride ops are going to be in favor of it, but it will bother everyone at first. Trust me. You will be annoyed, but it'll work out better for everyone. I am in favor of it. I'm making it sound like I'm not, but yeah.
I don't understand why people need to bring full backpacks to the park.
Literally me.
Got your camera back.
My man purse. Do we have anything else to talk about?
I'm excited for Buster.
I am too. We have a lot of trips we're going to do this year.
Yes.
So we're doing Kings Island in a month,
Cedar Point.
then Cedar Point for its opening or season pass?
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend.
The Monday.
And then we're going to do Universal Studios in June, right? Is that what we
Is that
said?
what we determined?
Yeah.
Definitely, we're definitely doing Universal before September because I can't wait. I can't wait.
I need to go.
back.
I'm going. I'm buying Fastlane for Universal. I don't care if they charge me $1,000.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna be on my little Mario Karts. I'm gonna be sipping my little margarita, riding the Yoshi ride that goes 2 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, we can go to Margaritaville, right there at City
They're not
Walk.
that good.
I had a margarita from there. I was living the whole experience.
Universal makes good strawberry daiquiris. That's where I got addicted to them. You're going to Thorpe Park
Oh yeah, he is going to England.
in June. Cancel your trip and come to Universal Studios. No one gives a shit about
Hyperia.
Sal.
Hyperia.
That Valley's too.
It's gonna be broken when you go.
That Valley's too.
Any water park.
Leviathan Valleys.
I will split with you guys on VIP at Universal. Maybe. I'll have to look into it. I heard that's really expensive, though.
Yeah, it is very expensive.
What is that?
You'd spend $1,000 on pass. VIP at one.
Brendan's just reading the comments.
Well, no, Neil, who I talked to on Instagram, he says, I looked. It does not appear Canada has imposed tariffs on coaster-related steel track. It only mentions train and tram rails. Is that why they stopped manufacturing track and manufactured the rails and the trains and got them over? Remember how there was a pause on track and we started receiving random stuff like the rails?
Well, I thought it. Whoa, wait, what? No, isn't it all steel?
Not according to
For
Neil.
I thought it was all structural
Canada's tariffs
steel.
are very specific. And the American tariffs don't affect us because that's whatever's going into their country. It's whatever we have in place.
Because it's the distributor, right? Or the fabricator that has to pay the tariff. Because technically Premier would just be a buyer.
Steel is not a finished product. But then, like, it would still cost more to build steel coaster because they're
The
importing
steel has to
steel
come from
from like the
somewhere.
back and forth and all that.
Algoma Steel, the second biggest distributor of steel in Canada, stopped exporting to the States.
Period.
So that sucks for Hamilton.
What are you guys making me?
I'm hungry. I'm joking. That was a joke. No, that was a joke. Stop.
Say how much food
I
you
didn't
had.
eat that
He
much.
had a whole Chipotle bowl.
Oh, he's exposing it right now.
A quarter of mine.
Put that away.
A quarter of mine and like a quarter of a Jimmy Greek plate.
What? Jimmy the Greek. Jimmy's healthy. It's solid.
It's rice.
In his
carbs.
defense,
Salad.
well, rice is okay carbs to have.
I didn't eat that much of the rice.
How much calories do you think you're
I don't know how much calories are you eating.
Not a lot because you finished your
That's
meal.
what do they call it? The peanut
The
gallery.
peanut
over there?
gallery over there.
And you're the top of the gallery.
Pause.
Can they hear that?
Maybe.
Y'all, I just got roasted. I need a ride on Leviathan now.
Go to
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Carowinds now.
Take me with you.
Yeah,
Not Carolyn.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
Carolyn.
Carowinds.
I'll go to Kings Island.
That's a good park. They're gigas.
We're not
as
going to
good,
the
but
casino today. Do you want to?
If you want to, I'll go.
I'm debating if I want to.
What?
Oh, right. He is going tomorrow.
Why are you going tomorrow? With who?
You promised me a shout out at Chipotle.
Oh my God! Yeah, who is this kid?
Debbie.
What was
Debbie.
your name? What was your name? Luca?
No, Debbie Balaba.
When did you meet someone at Chipotle
I-
that demanded a shout out?
No, I met this kid. I was at Chipotle. Oh, he's exposing. No. This was a different time. I go to Chipotle a lot. No, I went to Chipotle and this kid, the sweetest kid, Isaac. Yes, Isaac. He was at Chipotle. I was walking out and he came running out. He's like, "Wait, are you Surya? Are you Surya? Do you and
Isaac,
Brendan?
yeah.
Do you and Brendan do the podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he was so nice. He was such a big fan and he supported us for so long and he loved when we always used to do the podcast and he's so happy that we brought it back.
Period.
So thank you, Isaac.
Well, hi,
Thank you.
Isaac.
Hi,
Someone
Isaac.
someone commented we definitely look like we know what Hershey is.
You know what? I this is no hate because I might buy myself some of that merch, but Plus Size Park Hoppers just released merch, and I'm trying to convince all my larger friends to buy their merch, and we can walk around.
When he says larger friends, he's not looking over here.
Yeah, that's
God.
good stuff. Yeah,
All right,
Brendan.
Jake is saying wrap the podcast up, y'all. So if you want to be on, he is. Jake's trying to wrap up the podcast. Everyone, is he not?
He wants casino.
Um,
Not going 2 days
I guess Eddie, it's question time.
99. Yep. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's when we plan on going to Kings Island in April. They're open.
Oh my God, we're
18th
going
and
there.
19th.
We are heading. Oh my God, 99. We're gonna be there at the same time as you.
For season pass preview and opening day.
Period. We gotta say hi.
We got to ride Orion, second best B&M Giga.
What's your favorite ride at Kings Island?
Wrap Jacob.
Banshee.
Everyone's saying to wrap Jacob.
Banshee? What?
I love Banshee's my favorite ride at Kings Island. Banshee row 8 left side.
Hi, Connor.
No, I would say like.
Row 8 left side.
Jake is kicking us all out. Jake's the ride attendant. The
Yeah,
ride's
Jake,
closed,
the
everyone.
ride's
You gotta go.
Put the sign up.
Brendan, what's your favorite ride at Kings Island?
The Beast at Night.
Oh, Beast at Night, yeah.
Beast at Night.
Oh,
Oh,
that halls.
Banshee's really good too. I like Banshee a lot. Mystic Timbers is amazing.
Jake doesn't like Banshee. He doesn't like inverts.
I wrote it and changed it. It was so rough. So rough. Oh, Jake, the power.
Jake almost ended the podcast.
It's not rough.
Kick Jake out.
It's not rough. B&Ms aren't rough.
All right. And does anyone have any questions? Maybe about the event? Book your
Ooh.
tickets, by the way, please. May 28th, 59. Well, that's the May 29th. I'm not even going to promote May 29th anymore. May 28th, $59.99.
Keep May 28th like 30 people, and then we can all get a train to ourselves.
It's already almost at 50.
That's impressive.
Did you reprofile the drop on all of my list?
I don't know if they reprofiled the drop, but they're definitely the airtime hills.
The drop is about to be reprofiled now.
So what percent of the ride is like people ride?
About 50%.
So
I would say 45%.
Next season, I hope they do the Helix.
No, not another return.
That's gonna be a big job, the Helix. Oh, are we gonna get?
Was May 29th a flop? May 29th was definitely not a flop. We're at 202 out of 250 tickets sold, and that's more than any other event.
216.
There's less
Is
than
it 260? Oh, yes, because
Yeah,
the May 28th
216
tickets that I gave
tickets.
access to, yeah.
34 tickets.
34 tickets left. Can we film the tour? I think so. That's up to the park the day of. I don't know. But yes, if I give you permission to film the tour.
Could you go silent? He's reading chat. Can you post it?
Thank you, Natty Nat.
Someone asked how do you get in the park?
Buy a ticket.
Go in like normal. Just say go in.
Oh, there. Yeah. What's gonna happen? Like, what time does everybody need to get there? Type stuff.
Between 7 and 7:30. Or between 7 and 8.
And do for the 29th in the morning.
You got to grease that door. Yes, I do.
There'll be like a proper itinerary and stuff sent to everybody.
How many rides do I think you'll get your ERT? 3 to 5. Yeah, 3 to 5 rides, mathematically speaking.
LRT, you'll get way more.
Oh,
LRT,
no,
it'll
you
be
can get
like
in the
crazy.
20s.
Yeah.
How much rides do you think you're gonna get? Like,
Me, I'm gonna be working.
Me too.
You know, I have to like. So the complicated part is I have to be security. So when they close the ride at 8, and then you guys are getting access, I have to stand there and look at your wristbands and be like, "Yeah, coasters after dark, coaster after dark, coaster after dark. Okay, cool. Wristbands.
You got to be like a
Jake's
ride
giving
operator.
me the look. Wonderland doesn't do that.
Security kicks out all the regular people.
But the crossover between the ride, yeah, is instant. And then you're going to have some of those Vaughn teenagers who are like, see a group of people gathering and they're going to try and sneak over. So you just got to double check. And Wonderland doesn't do that for you. Effects. That's true. I am looking. It's going to be an hour wait. What's the point? I'm just not going to get fast lane rather than go to your scam event.
oh,
Scam event. My event was manufactured by Canada's Wonderland. I didn't manufacture
Wait, what do you mean?
this event.
How is 250 people going to be an hour wait when the ride's capacity is almost 1,000?
Literally.
You're going to be waiting no more than like 7 minutes if all 250 people choose to ride Alpen Fury, but there will be other rides open.
yeah. There's gonna be some people taking breaks.
Yeah.
Literally.
And that's for ERT. LRT with Leviathan and Alpen Fury, you're going to be waiting no more than 5 minutes, and that's if you choose to wait for the front.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? Back row or front row on Alpin? What's better?
Front.
Front.
Back. I'm back row king on everything.
I'm front row on everything most times.
I don't know what the exact price of Fastlane will be the day of the event, but previous events, other events that have been held, it's been about $60.
$50 at least.
50, 60.
Yeah.
So between $50 to $80.
Does the 28th have that?
It should. No, because there's no check-in. Yeah. So only the May 29th event will have the cheaper Fastlane.
And for whatever reason, if you guys don't have tickets to get into the park or a gold pass, really look into buying a gold pass, because if you do the payment plan, it's super reasonable. It's cheaper than a Netflix subscription. Get the gold pass so you can go to Haunt.
Yes, we are thinking about doing an event. Obviously, I want to see how I handle this event. Because if it's like a disaster, I don't want to just go in and immediately do it. It's not going to be a disaster. I have a group of friends that are helping me, but I want to make sure that I can pull off a really good event. And then we're looking at possibly doing an end of the season one.
Maybe like something for Haunt or something.
Yeah, an end of the season bash.
After the park goes back to like 10 to 8.
Yeah. Most of us have all season Fastlane too.
Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah, right, sir, yeah?
When is the Carowinds event?
Yes, Fury!
Yeah.
Is Fury the only good thing about Carolyn's?
It doesn't even matter because Fury's the second best.
Word on the street is it's going to be a disaster. We do have security at the event. Wonderland security.
I don't know what street you're walking on.
Jake,
What?
take care of that.
I'm on it.
Hater gonna hate.
Maybe they just were never welcome to come to the event. Womp womp. I don't know. I'm just saying any event with Leviathan in it is a good event. And obviously Alpen Fury.
Period. Yeah, but this event was manufactured by Wonderland, by the way, not me. So, yeah. Do.
The time changed
What?
on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
Oh,
Time change.
Jake's like the time.
At least it gets darker now.
Faster now.
I love the light and the night.
Yes.
That's a oxymoron.
Do.
Okay, nobody else has questions.
That's
Jake's trying to wrap it up. Ask questions, guys, or Jake's gonna force us to end.
It's getting boring. Guys, I got a haircut.
Oh, is the tunnel gonna look like how it does in the animation?
I would assume probably close, but that animation was designed when they didn't have an idea. So
Honestly, it's gonna be dark and you're gonna be going so fast, you're probably not gonna notice too much. Yes, Intamin.
Six Flags New Orleans is being torn down.
Yeah, it's being turned into like some event space. Like
They're wondering what entrance to use for the event.
well, they're all technically open, aren't they?
You just
What do
When
you
we
mean?
go to
you go to the park like normal, come through the front gate. Just say that.
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna meet at front gate, essentially.
No, we can't. They can
Just go through like. Well, they haven't said, but it's
We
most
don't
likely
know
gonna be
yet
through the
ourselves.
toll booths like normal,
They'll send us more information on that.
but it's gonna be like how you normally go to the park, just earlier in the morning.
What's the first rides to test? It's gonna be flight deck and all that, and yeah. Hi. It was based off of previous seasons. It starts off the first weekend is training weekend, is always blah. It's just little rides, and then it's Behemoth, and then it's Leviathan, then Yukon, and then Alpenfury.
What's wrong with the little rides?
absolutely nothing. It's the little rides are the rides that give the park personality.
Do you guys?
They
know-
should also remove flight deck.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you know Backlot turns 20 years old this year?
Yukon Striker sent its first test run 6 years ago today.
That's crazy. 6 years.
6 years.
With how construction's going, when do you think they're gonna test Alpenfury?
Starting May.
Starting of May?
Or no,
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant April when you said May. Actually, that's a pretty good prediction.
End of April.
End of April,
end
beginning of
April,
May, yeah.
May-
And when they
maybe
start testing, that's a good
sooner.
sign because they can. For those of you that don't remember Yukon, to get it TSSA certified, they had just started 3 days before the media day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll get it done. They were running it until like 12 a.m. a lot of nights.
And if Alpenfury's quiet enough, they can run it all through the clock.
For Haunt, yeah, they can be good over.
I'll be coming over from Michigan to film Time Warp being demolished. I mean, hey, if you guys can get footage, all to you. I can't. So I truthfully like to be able to watch it would be cool. So I just can't give you an exact time and day, obviously, but it's going to happen this week coming for sure by the looks of it.
Well, last year was rough for Backlot.
Is Backlot going to be at full capacity this season? I think so.
It's really rough.
How will Thunder Run's exit be like? I don't know. It looks like they're changing it based off of what we saw the other day.
Yeah.
Remove Dragonfire and Nebs. What Nebs do? I love Nebs. Nebs is cool. She was the same thing.
Oh my god!
What?
Look at this! I just noticed this! There's a little teddy bear down here with Leviathan on it! Look at that! Where did you get these from?
They were on sale for like 75% off at the end of the season.
Guys, look! It literally has a little... Oh my god!
Show the camera.
And there's a behemoth one too!
Show the camera.
Oh, sorry. Guys, look at these! This one's little... It says literally a little Leviathan bear and a behemoth bear.
Where's the third one?
Well,
Oh, you don't care about
the third
You didn't pick up Yukon Striker? It feels neglected now.
Look at you.
What is wrong with you leaving her down there?
Look how cute the Leviathan bear is with its little white Leviathan established in 2000. This is nice. This is good. This is wholesome. I'm gonna put them back now.
Wonderland hasn't announced a preview day yet, but it'll be coming very shortly. I also... Oh, I can tease this. No one in this room even mumble a beep about what I'm about to tease, okay? Nothing. I'm looking for eye contact to make sure no one's gonna... We have a really cool special thing that's gonna be happening at the end of March. Super exciting. You guys are gonna love it. You're looking confused, but you should know. Yeah, so stay tuned for the almost end of March. There'll be something really cool going on. Yeah. Yeah, now you remember. Woo! I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. So, yeah. You guys will love it. Do you know what it is?
Yes, you told me.
Oh, okay. You look like you didn't know. Any last questions? Jake is literally gonna force us to end. Will last week's podcast come back? Yes. Okay, so what happened was it's not down for any reason. I'm just, again, when I told you at the beginning of the podcast that when I say I'm gonna do something, most of the time I won't do it. I'm very forgetful, and also I have really bad self-diagnosed ADHD. So once it's in the back of my head, it's gone. All that happened was the song that I used at the beginning of the podcast was copyrighted. So I removed it. It wasn't even copyright strike. It was just copyrighted. So the income of the podcast goes to them. I removed it to delete because you can delete the beginning portion, and I just never got to it. That's why the song was different in today's.
It's a good song today. I'm a cutie patootie. Jake says there's no more questions.
Let's go to the casino.
Yeah.
Really? You'll go?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
He can't come.
Do you guys think coaster? Yeah, they'll get new coaster merch. Nano coasters, yay or no? Yay, yeah, they'll get a nano coaster
Oh,
for
an
sure.
Up and Fury Nano coaster.
Yeah.
I hope it gets one of the 3D coaster cars that are like colored. Like the sky.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You know the wooden.
Oh yes. I'm gonna buy an Alpine Fury bucket hat. That's such a mood.
A witch hat
A witch hat? Why?
that has up and fury on it.
But why a witch hat?
Because it's like nice and tall. Oh no, like a magician's hat. That's what I'm thinking.
Is he okay?
No.
A wizard.
Wizard.
Do we know the theme of the ride, guys? Why are we talking about witches and wizards?
Wait, there is wizards though.
And magicians.
In the
Well, wait, yeah, okay, the theme fire and ice.
Fire.
Let's go.
There is though.
That was not a witch or a magician. That was the elements coming together to
Who
create
was
the.
holding the thing?
Yeah, they're like
It was a wizard.
What's the actual
No, the
story?
girl. Are you talking about the girl walking through the cave?
No, it's like a guy and a girl.
No, on the
holding-
poster.
Oh, it looks like Airbenders. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
The poster, yeah, the Fire and Ice Festival. It did kind of look Airbender-ish.
No, and the village people.
That's us.
The village people.
Can I have a mic?
Oh, he wants a mic. Oh, Jake's got a mic. Uh-oh, everyone run.
Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the podcast. It'd be greatly appreciated. They do put a lot of work and effort into this.
Do we?
He does.
Sorry. it
No,
just
that
shows
wasn't
up.
shade at you. That was shade at me, not you. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Manipulation.
I like the podcast because it's easy to do. Editing the
that's
videos is
fine.
hard. People. Okay, no, you ain't gonna give me attitude. How many days a week do I go and film at Wonderland?
Every day?
And I live up north, not up
Yeah.
north, but
Like 25, 30 minutes?
yeah. Every day I go to the park, I park, I fly, I land, I come home, I upload footage, make sure I send the photos to Patreon, then edit the video footage and upload to YouTube. Every day. And not the
Every
uploading
day.
to YouTube part of it, but every day I fly. It's hard. It's a lot of work.
I made it. It took 2.5 hours to make that TikTok yesterday.
Actually, I really like the videos. One of my
It was a
favorites.
good TikTok. That was a good TikTok.
It should have the fire effect when it opens. And yes, please go buy tickets. Wait, can you link it? Do you have the link?
Give me 2 minutes.
Check.
It's in the TikTok bio.
$59.99.
Guys, buy tickets and you can watch Brendan ride Alpine. Have you ever seen him ride? Go back and watch him ride Pantheon.
Launches scare me.
Yeah. He's all- oh!
I love when I turned to you and I was like, what's that noise?
Yeah, there's the trains roll.
Jake's looking for a link, I think.
I've got it. It's 2 seconds. Ready?
2 seconds,
Is
guys.
it the May 28th one?
28th, yes.
Perfect.
Click on that link, guys. Get your tickets for 2 hours of Alpenfury and obviously Leviathan. The most important part of Leviathan. I'm going to be eating a funnel cake. Think I'm joking?
I'm not selling anything else. Don't worry. There are people that are going to be taking photos at the event. I have Jasmine. She's going to be a photographer, I think. I don't know if she's actually. And then I have some other guy that has offered to come take photos of the event as well. So I thought that'd be cool. Yeah, no self promo. No self promo, Jake. And I guess, yeah.
guess
Let's go to the casino.
Grabs it. Woo!
But we are not doing slots. Wait, tell them what happened last time. Do you guys remember?
What if we want to do a little
Do
bit of
you
slot?
remember last week when we ended the podcast early to go to the casino? Explain what happened.
So we went to the casino. We walked in there all confident and stuff. We started sitting down at the slot machines. Jake was like, "Well, no, we just go to the roulette table." And we're like, "Well, we're feeling the machines." And you know,
I told you this last
we were
time, too.
we were feeling the machines, and right off the bat, I lost like $10 right off the bat. I think Brendan and Kate, they all won. And then we started walking, and we planted Jake at the roulette table. We're like, oh, whatever, we're gonna go. We went around, we went to the same game last time that took all of our money. Surprise, surprise, it took all of our money again. And within 40 minutes, we lost everything between me, Brendan, and Kate, and we lost like.
You left out the good details too. So all three of us were sitting at the same machine side by side, and Caden and Surya were winning. Like, they were going up, right? And I'm just going down.
And I kept
like,
telling him to put more money.
Like, I didn't even get a tease. Like, it was just like, cha-ching, 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 like, taking it all.
Mm-hmm.
And these two are like, Brendan, look, it's so fun. It's so exciting. And he's like, just keep going.
And I said, put another 20 in.
What was it? Within 30 minutes, we had run out?
We'd run out.
Because we do set hard limits when we go.
Yeah.
We're very good. We set a limit and we don't go past it.
Oh, we keep our cards and everything
Yeah.
in the car.
Jake, on the other hand, will walk into the casino every time, and he wins money.
Yeah,
How
he
much
won,
have
like,
you won in total?
$300.
In total, so far?
Yeah, total.
That's what we're gonna
That's
do
what
today.
we're gonna do. Yeah.
And he has a system of playing roulette that's just like, it doesn't make sense to anyone else, but he like walks out with like $100, $200 wins every time.
And I put in 20. You add?
He does it. Yeah.
Walked out with 9.
Oh, one bougie mashups. It's been forever. Promoting gambling, I see. I'm gonna get canceled for that. I get canceled for everything. I'm getting canceled for having an event now. It's a new one. Add it to the list.
Yeah, Brett, how dare you try
Scam
and
event.
entertain 250 people? God, monster.
Okay.
Oh, Jake's rushing us.
There's
Jake's
a-
rushing us.
Jake wants to go to the casino.
I want to say hi.
Go all in.
Jake wants to say hi to me.
You're one hand away from retirement.
Don't break it.
Free gold medal. Okay.
Okay, are you guys gonna come in and say hi?
Oh, this is
The tech crew's coming in.
they're breaking the podcast room.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
Sit, crouch. You're so
sit on
awkward.
the
Sit on the
floor.
floor. Good job.
Guys. Hi.
Grab the mic.
I got a haircut.
Make sure to buy tickets for the 28th. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Okay, cool. I'm ending the stream. Bye, everybody.